We're entering a new era in agent engineering, where open models are solving problems that used to be out of reach, running capable agents at a scale that just wasn't economical before. In this video, you'll see how to get rolling with one such model, Nemotron 3 Ultra, using Baseten as our model provider. Nemotron 3 Ultra is a 550 billion parameter model with strong reasoning performance, running up to a blazing 300 tokens per second at a fraction of the cost of frontier models. On an artificial analysis intelligence index plotting model intelligence against speed, Nemotron 3 Ultra sits in a quadrant of its own, displaying a comparable intelligence at 3 to 6 times the speed of other open models. But a model is only as good as the harness driving it. Tools like Claude Code or Codex are excellent. However, they're built to run provider-specific models. To get maximum performance out of Nemotron 3, you need a coding agent which isn't just provider agnostic, but tuned to perform with Nemotron. That's where Deep Agent's code comes in, or dcode for short. It's the open source, model agnostic coding agent with optimizations built in for Nemotron 3 and other open models. Dcode has a similar experience to Claude Code. It's a terminal-based coding agent with skills, subagents, and MCP support. Later in the video, we'll see that it also has first-class tracing through LangSmith, so you can see exactly what's going on with your agent under the hood. With that said, let's get up and running with dcode and Nemotron 3 Ultra. Okay, so to begin with, head over to the Deep Agent's Code docs website. We'll include the link below, and then copy this install script. Head over to terminal, paste that in, and press enter. It'll install pretty quickly, and once it's done, you can type in dcode. And now we're in. So Deep Agent's Code, or dcode for short, will run you through the initialization process. You can enter your name. I'm going to skip this for now. And then we can select our model. We have a lot of options here, but let's type in Nemotron, and there we will see Baseten Nemotron. Press enter. Dcode will ask us for our API key to enable web search for Nemotron. We're going to skip this for now too, though. Now we'll install the Baseten integration, restart the server, and in a second, it will prompt us for our API key for Baseten. Now, if you don't already have an API key for Baseten, you can go to baseten.co and log in if you already have an account, or get started if you don't. I already have my API key handy, so I'll just type that in, press enter, and we're ready to get to work. You can use Deep Agent's code with Nemotron just like Claude or Codex or any other coding agent. So let's go ahead and kickstart a long-running task. Let's do build an LLM chat app powered by Deep Agents. And the agent will go to work, and this will give us an opportunity to check out some of the other features in dcode. So we will open a new tab and fire up a new dcode session. And once we're in dcode again, let's type /auth. So here we can authenticate with a bunch of different integrations. Let's scroll down to LangSmith. So we're going to talk much more about LangSmith later in the video, but what you need to know now is that it gives complete visibility into what's going on under the hood with your dcode agent. So enter your API key, press enter, and then escape to get back. And so Nemotron inherits all of the features that you would expect from a first-class coding agent, /threads to browse and resume prior conversations, /offload to free up some context, and /MCP to configure MCP servers. But one cool new feature that I'm really excited about is the /goal feature. So we'll type /goal, and I will say, please help me write a song. So what this does is it declares an objective for the session. Dcode will draft acceptance criteria like topic and theme is defined, user has confirmed the song's central subject, and so on and so forth. And then we can optionally move forward or edit the criteria, but I'll go ahead and move forward with it. and the agent will get to work. It might ask questions. It will help guide our session toward the goal. Really looking forward to a longer, more in-depth video on this in the future, but for now, let's check back in with our long-running task by opening up the browser and visiting localhost port 8000. And we have a chat app. Let's take a peek under the hood now. What you're looking at here is LangSmith. This is our observability platform that gives you complete visibility into your agent behavior. And so because we enabled LangSmith tracing earlier, we can see traces from our conversation in dcode. I'll click onto a trace, and then we see a turn-by-turn breakdown, starting from when I said, please build me a chat app powered by deep agents. That, of course, is our input, and then we can see some outputs here. Once again, broken down turn by turn. We can get more information here, though, by clicking on Details at the top right. Once again, we see our inputs and our outputs, but we can also hover our cursor over the first turn, where we see a token breakdown of inputs, outputs in total, and then we can see that at different levels of granularity. So here's a chat invocation with a lot of the same information, or a read file tool call. There's a lot more that I could talk about with LangSmith and observability, but if you're interested, check out some of our other videos on LangSmith. So we just ran deep agents locally with Nemotron. That may be fine for testing, but for enterprise use, you may want to run it in a secure, governed environment. That's exactly what our collaboration with NVIDIA enables. Just today, NVIDIA released their NemoClaw Deep Agents blueprint, the open source reference stack for enterprises to build secure, governed agents. We dig into that blueprint in another video, but the through line here is that with the right harness and stack behind them, open models can be a first-class choice for teams that want control over their inference. I think there's a really exciting future for open models, and there's so much more that we can talk about here. If you want to hear more about open models and decode, let us know in the comments or on X. See you in the next one.